Zwom. Doot, 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 doot. BMO.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another BMO Creative crypto video. This one is about the Mapinguari of South America. According to legends, the Mapinguari was once an Amazonian shaman that discovered the key to immortality thousands of years ago. Based on the story, it sounds like he stole it from his gods because once he had it, they severely punished him out of anger and transformed him into a wandering hairy beast for the rest of his life. Now, the way this thing is described, the Mapinguari, is as a large, upright, hairy creature with a single eye and a mouth on its stomach. Kind of a Cycloptean Bigfoot, kind of. It has caiman-like scales on the showing skin, which skin is not covered by hair, and then backward feet on its front legs. However, the descriptions of how it behaves is where the true image of the beast emerges to me. It was described by investigator Paulo Anibal Mesquita as a quadrupedal animal which could go up on its hind legs and walk around on its hind legs for extended periods of time. Better than a bear, actually, with a caiman-like skin, long brown fur, flattened snout, and robust claws. When startled, it was said to rear up on its hind legs and show its claws. And some witnesses told Mesquita that it emitted an extremely foul odor from its belly. It has been witnessed eating mostly plants. This all sounds like how maybe a giant sloth would have behaved, which is what I've drawn here, because after doing my research and things, I found that giant sloth fossils have been found in that same region, which strongly suggests that they possibly didn't go extinct 5,000 years ago, as science professes. David O. Wren investigated the Mapinguari in 1993 based on interviews with a number of claimed eyewitnesses. The Mapinguari was a man-sized animal, no more than 3 feet long, with reddish fur, backwards feet on its front legs, and a monkey-like face. But they were describing the younger, smaller ones that they hunted and claimed that the meat tasted just like tapir. The adults were bulletproof, and so they didn't hunt them or bother them unless they had high-caliber rounds, which they rarely were able to obtain because they're expensive. In 2001, after speaking with more witnesses who claimed to have killed specimens, Oren was able to give a more accurate description of the animal. According to his 2001 paper, the Mapinguari is a very heavy, powerfully built animal up to 9 feet tall as an adult when it stands up on its hind legs, which is a lot like these sloth bones here. It was covered with long, coarse fur, which ranges from red to brown to black, and has a muzzle similar to that of a horse or a donkey, but much shorter than a horse's muzzle, armed with 4 canine teeth. Its claws are shaped like those of a giant anteater or an armadillo, which again very much describes a giant sloth, and it had a big, wide tail. The single eye could have been its dark nose, and the mouth on the belly could have been a dark patch of fur, which is what the witnesses describe that still hunt them to this day. The discolored fur on the belly is that way because it urinates on itself, on its own belly, and I guess that's a deterrent for predators. I can't imagine any predators wanting to get near that thing other than humans, but yeah. Mapinguari leave all kinds of tracks. The first are round and are found around vegetation and feces, which looks like horse feces, and the second tracks are backwards looking and only have 4 toes, which of course is them crawling around on their knuckles. So those are the tracks that have been found. Some sightings describe a fast, agile animal, kind of like a bear, because it's really big and bulky, but also can be surprisingly fast. It is said to be active at night and twilight and feeds on vegetation including bacaba and babasu palm trees. In southern Brazil and Paraguay, this is the weirdest part, the Mapinguari is blamed for periodically killing vast herds of cattle by pulling out their tongues. That sounds to me like a human thing to do. To be able to hold down a cow and then rip its tongue out or cut its tongue out, but not hurt the rest of the animal, I don't know. That sounds a lot like a human thing to do, but it is said to be migratory, descending from the Andean foothills around February in a place called Acre, near the Peruvian border. It growls or purrs like elephants do, that low guttural vibration that elephants make. It also makes a very loud, high-pitched cry, just like a human shouting is the way it's described, but with a growl at the end of it. Now this is what's most interesting to me. The Segamai, as well as the Kirahara, are cryptids that have the same description as the Mapinguari in that same region, but they're smaller. I think that they are younger versions of this animal from different cultures and different languages. The matted fur resembling the fibers of a trunk of a palm tree, I mean all of it, they describe it down to a T. But then they also are said to live in caves. So yeah, the Mapinguari, or giant sloth, they dig. Huge tunnels and caves have been found since deforestation is happening in the region. I have no doubt that if a live specimen was found by the wrong people these days, they probably have been found, and people would just kill them and burn the bones, burn the bodies to where there's nothing but powder. There's no evidence because they don't want to stop doing what they're doing for a living, deforesting the jungles. So anyways, that's going to do it for this one. Please leave a like and subscribe to BMO Creative for more crypto videos. Thanks so much. Bye.